Welcome to the Bee Marketplace, where we treat, support, and invigorate our human bodies. As part of the Optimal is Not Optional series, I bring to you the topic for this episode on calming anxiety by using the breath. As we know, the breath is life. Say it with me. Breath is life. Breath is the key. It's the answer. Breath is the first thing that goes in and the last thing that comes out of our earthly vessels. A catalyst, a vehicle, a temple, a sacred and safe space by which we can access the divine. Western society will tell you that the best way to calm anxiety is to speak to a professional, get properly diagnosed, and receive the adequate medication that is needed to help manage your energy, racing thoughts, panting breath, increased heart rate, and scattered mind. But before there was even the notion of mental health, there were healing practices that brought us back to a sense of center and ultimately to a place of freedom. No matter where you're from, be it Iceland, Egypt, be it Somalia, Australia, Brazil, or Japan, the ancient ways always redirect us back to the focus of breathing. Whether in song or in dance, whether in speaking, or whether from shamanic practices by which sound and breathing and connecting to the earth with our bare feet and hands all plays a part in shifting very powerful energies and frequencies within us. The breath is highly informative. We often ask here in the Bee Marketplace, the body is talking, but are you listening? It's true. You can figure it all out in the breath. Just a single thought can set you, or as it's said, trigger hyperventilation, mania, hysteria, crying fits, shortness of breath, no breathing at all, no breathing at all, no breathing at all. Believe it or not, this is quite easy for us to do. Many people hold their breath throughout the day, or they're shallow breathers. By holding their breath, they feel that they have a false sense of control and power over their circumstances. What they're doing is creating stress and tension in the body by holding on for as long as they can until they can get a moment or word in edgewise. It's exhausting. And yet, what if instead, when a triggering moment took place, someone said something, you saw something, there was a loud crash, whatever sets you into a frenzy, what if instead of cursing, babbling, running through our thoughts with all kinds of scenarios as to how to make it right, what we can do, We just stopped, surrendered to time, and tuned in to our breath. What's so transformative about breathing is that we breathe in more places than we think. So in the same way, when we experience trauma, angst, anxiety, frustration, a welling up in the spirit and the body, it too is latching onto innumerable places in our bodies and storing itself away in our mind, creating toxic, destructive brain cells that instead of regenerating in a healthy way, they are often trapped, stumped, frazzled at the ability to produce, and they die. We see this in alcoholism, we see this in drug abuse, but did you know that you're killing your brain cells when you're not breathing? And that's what breath does. Breathing oxidizes the body, the brain, and when breathing properly, it can send messages of wholeness and healing and vitality, and just having the power of knowing this alone can and will change your perspective, alter your approach to what you do in moments like this. Typical scenario: a child out in public with their parents acts out, does something extremely exposing or embarrassing, and all of a sudden, the parents start to yell. They raise their voice. They rebuke the child. They chastise the child and confine them to a space or a place where they know that they are in trouble. In that moment of angst and distress, all parties are exhausting their energy and focusing on the problem so intently that sweat beads start to run down the parent's face. They're heaving, shortness of breath, and then all of a sudden everything goes wrong. Everything is wrong. Even the smallest thing can upset and fire off another episode. The child is confused, is at a disconnect from the parents, and the parents are stuck in their rage. But if they took a moment to collect themselves collectively, breathing is in fact a practice, a form of exercise that can be done together. It's more powerful that way. It allows for you to truly slow down and acknowledge the need to be present with your breath, and gives you more time so that you don't rush it. So what if? What if they knew to breathe low, calm, 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 tune in into that moment, and firmly and assertively, but gently and loving, address the child, shift the energy, and go on with their day. What do you think? Wouldn't that make a huge difference? Or what about at work? You just got finished doing something, and yet there's something else. The micromanaging never ends. You can't get any space and time for yourself, you actually can't even leave your desk. What do? Do you breathe? Do you actually stop and breathe? Or do you keep running and running and running and running until you're on E and ready to leave the place that once brought you gratitude, fulfillment, and joy? Breathing is a great way to recall happy memories. When you're able to breathe life into your thoughts, it will reinvigorate you, give you a sense of hope, and as part of matter, it allows for you to replace things that feel heavy, exhausting, cumbersome, overwhelming. Replace those things with the lightness and the burden-free feeling of breath. Now, with anxiety, it can get tricky. But if you know to go to breathing first, without a doubt, no doubt in your mind, that everything else can wait. Not another call, not another text message. Silence every notification and connect to the source that always ultimately wants the best for us. It's very easy to lose sight of this in a state of distress. But I challenge you to do these things. Disconnect, tune in, breathe, and watch your world unfold. From the theory of relaxation and breathing, with each breath, oxygen is absorbed into the blood, enabling production of the energy that fuels every body function. Under stress, breathing tends to be rapid, using the top half of the lungs. This causes a drop in blood levels of carbon dioxide, which is needed to maintain blood acidity. This can lead to tiredness and anxiety and create tension in the upper back, shoulders, and neck. Abdominal breathing, which allows the lungs to expand fully, is more efficient and calm. It holds potential to benefit both physical and mental health. This was a great read and share. I hope it reached you well. So now that we understand the function, the possibility, and the frequent scenarios where which anxiety gets out of hand, you may even have panic attacks all on your own. No one knows this, but you do it to yourself. Know that it's time to get free, and you can. Let's close out a breath meditation together. Sitting firmly in your chair, on your tush, or wherever you are, feel those sits bones, bony marks just below your bottom. Sit on them and then let go. Ensure that first the posture is just right so that the breathing channels can remain open. Nose to throat to heart to lungs. Yes. So, there you are. You are ready to breathe. One hand just below the belly button and the other hand at the sternum, where your palm is resting up against the sternum. And as you inhale, you're expanding in all directions, front to back, side to side, like a balloon. And as you drop your jaw, relax your mouth and let go. Exhaling, releasing. find the bottom. You possess the power. Sit with this feeling and continue to breathe. Continue to be, to listen. A lot of what we are searching and seeking for the answers, which is what anxiety is, wanting to be somewhere or have an expected or hopeful outcome before it has actually arrived. Breathe in and out in a most harmonious of way. Let every thought and every feeling that passes your way pass through. Don't hold on to any one thing or the other, but let go. Your body's intelligence will recall the things that mean the most during your breath meditation, so just keep breathing. I believe in you. The next time you feel an episode, whether panic or just in a frenzy, take this as a gift and give yourself this gift of breathing intentionally with an upright posture and an open mind and heart to allow things to be as they are, ensuring and trusting that when the shift comes, you are ready. Ready to let go, ready to be better, ready to be happy, grounded, and calm, the version that is best for us all, that is most optimal, most available, most truthful. We will now take a moment of a brief pause. Use this time to reflect, collect, and observe the shifts or changes in your body and your mind. If you would like to resume this at a later time, this is encouraged. If you would like to continue by going deeper into a guided breath meditation, specifically for those with anxiety, then please continue. Thank you for choosing to continue your breath journey by participating in this segment. Guided breath meditation for anxiety. You will want to listen and participate as part of this guidance during a time where you are least distracted and can put your full attention to this guidance. I myself am outdoors, surrounded by sunbeams, rivers, children playing, and people walking and running from after their work. At the epicenter of all of this, I am in a calm and still place and a calm and still state. This is what I want you to someday master. The ability to connect so deeply and instantly with your breath. No matter if you are in a quiet library or store strolling about, or a loud, crowded airport, or in the middle of traffic, you can connect to your breath to avoid the things that come with having an anxiety or panic attack. So now that you have cleared your elements in your environment to make room for this guidance, let us begin. Mind your posture, sitting in an upright position with the backs of your palms facing upward as you take your first deep breath. Take another breath. Invite this breath to feel good. Know that as you listen to this, there isn't anything more important than this very action of breathing. For once, all you have to do is listen to this guidance and go along the journey. Using your imagination, wrap yourself in a blanket, any blanket you like, or a covering. It could be a quilt, a crocheted mesh, a wool blanket. Feel the heaviness and the weight settling around your right and your left shoulder. As you inhale, breathe into your back, the space behind your lungs, and exhale, feeling the sheath of that covering still laying securely, warm and lovingly against your body. Continue to breathe, knowing that you are cloaked with this covering, knowing that you are held by your breath, the sound of my voice, and this material. As you breathe, expanding on your inhale, softening, releasing with your exhale. I'd like to invite this word to enter into your sphere, to enter into your space. Trust. On your next breath, illuminate these words. Write them, paint them, color them, neon lights, however you want, but place this word as an image in your mind. Trust. As you breathe, keep breathing. If the breath is life, and an illuminated picture is in your mind, together, this is a living thing. Trust is not only a word or a concept that you grasp, but it is something that you embody and become. Breathe. Accept now that this word is no longer just a word, but it has metamorphosed into your breath, into your being, into your cells, planted as a seed inside, deep inside you. With your next exhale, cover this word. Give it a bed of soil, pat it gently, and keep breathing. Imagine now that the sweat you form from an upheaval of stress and panic, or the tears that you cry from worry or fear or anguish because of lack of control or understanding. Allow those waters to now sprinkle that loving bedded soil over the deep-seated word called trust. Breathe. Let your spirit perform this action. Let your breath facilitate the movement. And let your heart remain open to receive more and more and more. Now, remember your covering, that material of blanket, quilt, crochet, sheath, and depart from this and shift your mind's eye to this next part of your journey. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you able to continue the guidance, or is your mind trailing away? Take your right hand, cross it over the left side of your body, and take your left hand and cross it over the right side of your body. Grab hold of that covering. Take an inhale and squeeze your arms tight and even tighter around yourself, as if you are hugging or being hugged. And on your exhale, release. Let go. Dissolve the arms from wrapping. Let your fingers once again open and release from grabbing the material. And return. And return to that upright posture. Spine elevated, backs of the palms resting. You should feel a lot more relaxed, much like a surrender. There's more. Stay with this journey. You know you are safe, you are covered, and you have planted a gift inside your heart. Now, let's breathe with vitality. I'll invite you to take part in a few kriyas. Kriyas are fire breathing exercises that well up the heat in your body, increase your heart rate, and cause you to pump your breath. Kriyas are natural. We have the ability to participate in this exercise willfully, instead of the version that we are used to when experiencing anxiety, such as hyperventilation, quick, short, panting breaths, hysteria, and the like. This time you are in the seat of your breath. Bring your fingers all together and touch your thumb. Both hands. Now bring those hands almost as if you are pinching or trying to pick up sand. Take this formation to below your belly button, and as you inhale, expanding the belly using the diaphragm, allow the belly to protrude, and as you exhale, squeeze and sink the belly deep towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we take the rhythm higher. We inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Inflating that balloon and deflating the balloon of the body. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We'll repeat this exercise once again, but instead of directing the hands below the belly button, bring them to your shoulders. Each hand resting on the shoulder. Now as you inhale, the elbow will lift up towards the sky. Stretching, almost as if you're going to yawn. And as you exhale, drop the elbow down, just at the level of the shoulder. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Up. Allow the breaths, as you keep going, to become rigorous, powerful, robust, full. But don't stop the exhale short. Keep the exhale going and going and going and going, even between the inhales. Now we chop and shorten the exhale, increasing the pace of the breath. Continuing to squeeze the belly in towards the spine with every exhale and expanding with every inhale. Allow the breath to dissolve. Allow the feeling of lightness, even a bit of wooziness, to take place. Sway your body with it. Sway the body, side to side, front to back, whichever comes natural for you. Going with the opening of those pathways, opening of the lungs, opening of the heart, opening of the mind and spirit. Drop the arms, release, relax, and rest. Down by your side, back on top of your thighs, in your starting position. And fall into the comfort and the warmth of your blanket. Remembering your covering, remembering your support, remembering where you are. In fact, recall that. Where are you? Not only your physical proximity, what state or country, if you're in the house or outdoors, but where are you in your body? Take a moment for yourself and just reflect. If you can, in words, not out loud, just as a thought, recall the where of it all. Where are you here and now in your experience? and allow yourself to return back to that natural breath. We will do this exercise once again. Here's the thought. These are the experiences that we have in moments of anxiety. Either we shut off completely or we tune up immensely. Both experiences and feelings are valid, as they are a reflection of your experiences up until this point. Could even have been your parental care or nurturing, as a reflection of your relationships or your day-to-day surroundings that have caused you to develop these such coping mechanisms. However, the breath reintroduces you to your biological functions, which are natural and are very real, where which this immense feeling is replaced with uncontrollable sensations to intentional, powerful, robust breathing with movement. Let us begin. Sitting up tall, hands to your shoulders, elbows pointing out in either directions away from your body like compasses going east and west. We bring the elbows up to north and drive them down south, right at the level of the shoulder on your exhale. Let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Allow the body to sway side to side, front to back, as you dissolve the arms, allowing them to swing down by your side or resting the backs of the palms once again onto your thigh. Beloved, this is you. This is you at the epicenter of your being, trusting, experiencing, knowing, and embracing your body as a safe and sacred vessel, and your breath a catalyst for change. Notice how you're feeling. What, if anything, are you thinking? And recall where you are. The breath is so powerful, it can reinvigorate memories of times of joy and bliss once before, and recall them into our present state if we allow them to. If we connect to the present and to the breath. You are doing well. You've just become one step closer towards taking on uncertainty and chaos and falling into the comfort and the calm and the quiet of your soul by using the breath. Let us together take this final step whereby which you express total liberation and freedom in an effort to recall this experience and this feeling when you need it most. Find your breath, natural, full. Take the edges of your imaginary blanket right at the corners. Clamp or pinch your hands around the edges of the blanket and get a good grip. But this time, don't imagine it. Embody it. So reach beyond your physical frame, your body's limits. And as you inhale, draw the hands and the arms together with the fists facing up. And exhale, opening that blanket or quilt out wide like wings. Out and up. Inhale, drop your arms down to the center of your body, down below, and then swing them up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, swing down. Exhale, swing up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Open the heart. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Open the mind. Down. Together. Exhale, up and out. Open. Inhale, down. Exhale, wide wings. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Keep the arms out there. Keep them up high. And sway the body side to side. With open wings, open eyes, open heart, open mind. Slowly billow your way down as you sway down. All the way down. By your side. Relaxing the arms when ready. Bringing your sway slow, easy, and steady. And return to your upright posture, backs of the palms resting on the thighs, and breathe. Take in this moment. How was this for you? Exhilarating? Different? All is well. Take this time to thank your partner in this guidance, your imaginary covering, which will always be with you. In this instance, it was depicted as material in the form of a blanket, quilt, or cover. But in essence, this can and always will be your aura. That invisible light halo beam that is always ever with you, always ever surrounding, always ever covering and keeping, protecting you. Anytime that you need this, acknowledge it. In particular, for those of us who experience anxiety, when we feel as if our circumstances or the events or the people surrounding us are so overwhelming that we cannot endure them, return to this place of peace, of calm, of resolve. And affirm your power by way of the breath. This peace, I remind you, has been left for you and will always remain with you. So go in peace. It is well. Remember to treat, support, and invigorate your human body. Bee Body. If you've enjoyed this guidance, be sure to subscribe to Bee Body's podcast series, as well as our YouTube channel. Like, comment, and share this with a friend.